Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a safety system for one of the world's most dangerous jobs, high-voltage line work, and it completely flips the script on how we prevent accidents. Let's just start with a number, 88%. In the life-or-death world of electrical line work, what on earth could that represent? The answer? Well, it's a real game changer. It's the percentage of fatalities caused not by faulty equipment, not by some random hazardous condition, but by human behavior. Think about that. Nearly 9 out of 10 tragedies come down to a decision or an action somebody took in a critical moment. I mean, that statistic is a huge wake-up call, isn't it? We pour so much effort and money into better gear, into new technology, but it turns out the real danger isn't a faulty machine, it's a split-second human decision. That's the hidden risk we really need to get our heads around. So if behavior is the core of the problem, it only makes sense that it has to be the core of the solution, right? And that's exactly where this approach called behavior-based safety, or BBS, comes in. It's all about a fundamental shift away from just writing more rules and toward actually watching what people do. At its heart, BBS is pretty simple. It's a system built around a continuous feedback loop. It's not about what's written in some dusty manual that's sitting on a shelf. It's all about what people are actually doing out in the field moment by moment. The whole system runs on this simple, repeatable loop. First, trained peers observe their colleagues, looking for very specific actions. Then, they discuss what they see, giving immediate, right there, on-the-spot coaching. And maybe most importantly, they reinforce the positive stuff, actively praising safe actions to build up a real culture of safety. Okay, so that's the theory. But how does this actually translate to a real-world, noisy, busy construction site? How do you take a philosophy like this and turn it into a life-saving habit for a crew working hundreds of feet up in the air? Well, the program focuses on a short, really specific list of critical behaviors. These aren't just any old rules. These are the actions that have the absolute biggest impact on preventing the most serious injuries. We're talking about things like always being tied off, or always testing a line before you touch it. Now, this part is absolutely key. This is not a gotcha system. Observations are anonymous, there are no names, and no blame. The whole point is to spot trends so the team can improve together, not to single someone out for punishment. It's all about collaboration. And this right here, this is the engine that makes the whole system work. The focus is overwhelmingly on positive reinforcement. For every one piece of corrective feedback, observers are trained to give 4 pieces of praise. That constant positive feedback is what builds the trust and the psychological safety you need for people to actually be open to coaching. But does all this theory actually hold up under the pressure of a massive project with a crazy deadline? Well, let's look at the data from the field, because the proof is pretty clear. The results are, well, they're staggering. On a major power line rebuild, the team went from 4 serious, recordable incidents and 2 injuries that caused people to miss work, all the way down to 0, a perfect safety record. Now, what's really fascinating is this number. While serious injuries went down to 0, near-miss reporting, so people reporting close calls, went up by 300%. That might sound bad, but it's actually the clearest sign of success. It means the crew felt safe enough to speak up about the small problems before they could become big, tragic ones. And this really brings us to the ultimate goal, which is so much bigger than any single job site. It's about creating a genuine culture where safety is a shared value, not just a bunch of rules you're forced to follow. This simple phrase just captures the entire mindset shift. It's about empowerment. You know, you can't change the fact that a power line is dangerous, but you can absolutely control how you behave around it. The focus is on what you can control, and that's how people act. So that really leaves us with a final thought. It makes you wonder, right? Whether it's in a busy office, on the highway during your commute, or even just at home, what critical behaviors could we change? What could we all improve by focusing not on the hazard itself, but on our own behavior?